Hi there, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm actually recording this video later than I usually do. I usually do it during the day when I'm a little more wide awake, but it's about 10 p.m. and I just have some stuff on my mind. And I recently found out that a guy that I know has passed away. He wasn't even 60, and it just brought about all these feelings about grief um, that I suppose all of us at one time or another will deal with. And the one thing I wanted to focus on is that grief has no timeline. There's no time limit when you're going to feel better, because that is not the case. You will learn to manage grief, and I've learned to manage grief over the years. I used to think that there was some magical way to get over someone or to get over a death, but I've realized that that is not the case. That grief just will come and go, and you'll have good days and you'll have bad days, and you'll have days where you feel so amazing that you can almost feel a little guilty for feeling good. But I do realize it's all part of the process. um, and there is no time limit. Growing up, I remember hearing people say about other people, like, oh, they should just get over it, or why are they still grieving, or, perhaps like it's about time that they got on with their life. But I've realized as I've gotten older that there's no timeline, because everybody grieves at their own pace and everyone grieves in their own way, because every circumstance is different and everyone's grieving process is so deeply personal to themselves. So in my life, when I had times where I was grieving and still am, but when I began to grieve, I really put pressure on myself to feel better and to just get over it. But it's not that way for me anymore. And I love that I can see support around me, and that the ones that truly are supportive aren't rushing you into some happiness that you're not ready for. And they're not rushing you into anything um, that perhaps you're not ready to do. And in my life, I never realized that. I always thought there was a time limit, and it had to be done in a certain order and in a certain way, and you had to do certain things, but that is not the case. So I've wanted to share with anybody that's grieving to take your time, do it at your own pace, and don't succumb to pressure from other people, because you have to do it at your own pace, and it is very, very personal to you what you are going through. And don't be hard on yourself, and take your time and take your own necessary steps that you need to take, because grief isn't something you will get over. Grief is something that you learn to manage over time, and it is different for everyone. If you have a story that you'd like to share, please post it in the comments, because you might be able to help somebody else too, and perhaps you say something that brightens their day a little bit and helps them in their own process. Thank you. Have a great day.